I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Myanmar.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, at the outset, we welcome the convening of this emergency special session. We thank you, Mr. President, and Mr. Secretary General in this regard. This emergency special session is timely, and it would allow all countries, small and big, to raise our voices on the serious situation Ukraine is facing and our concern in the state of affairs of this universal organ, the United Nations. Myanmar always adheres to and takes firm position on the territorial integrity, independence, and sovereignty of all countries. Therefore, Myanmar condemns the invasion of Ukraine and unprovoked attacks against the people of Ukraine. These acts are flagrant violation of the United Nations Charter and international law. Myanmar calls on to respect the sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity of Ukraine. We have been following with great concern the situation on the ground in Ukraine. It is regrettable that the situation is further escalating with intensifying attacks of the Russian Federation. As a result, many people have been killed and hundreds of thousands of people left their home. The people are suffering even in the severe cold weather. We call on immediate cessation of hostilities and attacks on Ukraine. Myanmar understands and shares more than others the suffering that the people of Ukraine are encountering. The people of Myanmar are facing similar horrible suffering resulted from the inhumane acts, atrocities, crimes against humanity committed by the Myanmar military. Due to the military's excessive use of force and indiscriminate attacks on people, as well as their inhumane and brutal acts, many houses, religious facilities, healthcare facilities, schools, and farmland have been destroyed. And accordingly, hundreds of thousands of people have to leave their respective places and became displaced people in addition to number of people dead and injured. The displaced people and victims include people from vulnerable groups such as people with disability, elderly people, women, girls, and children. I wish to commend the neighboring countries of Ukraine, which opened their borders and extend warm reception of Ukrainians and other nationals who escaped from the terrifying attacks. We also thank all member states who support Ukraine in every possible way. I appeal them to continue to do so and do more. Mr. President, the UN Charter clearly begins with, I quote, "We, the peoples of the United Nations, determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war," end quote. I wish to further recall that, quote, "We, the peoples of the United Nations, to unite our strength to maintain international peace and security and to ensure by the acceptance of principles and the institutions of method that armed force shall not be used, save in the common interest," end quote. Excellencies, dear colleagues, it is time for all of us to stand with justice and stand with the principle of the UN Charter. Myanmar stands in solidarity with the people of Ukraine. In doing so, Myanmar co-sponsors the draft resolution and will vote yes. Justice, freedom, and peace must prevail all over the world. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of Myanmar.